Yo, what's up, guys? There's a little bit of grammatic on the tunes here. I didn't know that everybody was in here. I had no idea that anybody would join in this. I'm just testing out the new OBS. What's up, guys? What's up, gals? That's good, guys. Drop my beer. That sucks. I'm gonna have to go get another. Sure did see Hunter's last video. Cheers, everybody. We're going to have a due diligence coming up here with Nishant and a couple of friends all the way from India. There's some very smart individuals. I've got some fantastic due diligence, and we're going to start that up here in probably about 10 minutes. I'll end up changing the name and throwing an invite out on Twitter. Just got some final things to get together here with Discord because I've never had guests before. Saturday night party stream. We're going to learn, we're going to chill, we're going to smoke, we're going to drink, have a good time. in New Jersey and in Edmonton, Alberta. Hell yeah, we got the Canada, we got Europe, we got Japan, we've got America coast to coast. This is Ape Nation right here. Ooh, what about this shitload of fucking shares in AMC GME? Oh man, how did this turn into a not test so fast? It was just me testing my chat. Now, is how many people in here? I have no idea. Cough burp in Illinois. Penis Wilson says Congress is on vacation. Damn right they are. Ryan says I ain't selling shit under 10K. I like you, Ryan. There we go. Had a little stem there. A little blunt killer I had to get rid of. Couldn't seem to fish it out. Hey, what's up, Bookman? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Like everybody, in case you guys didn't know, I did decide after much deliberation to start monetizing on the channel. And 50% of all the monetization is going to go towards technology on the channel, such as Bloomberg Terminal, Ortex, OBS, things like that. 25% is going to go to my kids, AMC and GameStop College Fund. And the other 25% is going to be donated to charity every single month. And this month, the charity is going to be in relation to veterans, American veterans, in honor of all the sacrifices that they've made. Any money that the channel brings in the next 30 days is 25% of all proceeds are going to be donated directly to charity to benefit veterans and homeless veterans and veterans who just need health care and such through a actual not-for-profit organization. And I will post receipts on Twitter and YouTube for everybody to take a look at because I am a man of my word. What's up, Kylus? Getting ripped, I know, man. But here's the thing: is we're not by ourselves. We're all of us sitting alone in our rooms, like my boy Jamie from Trade Spotting likes to say. Whereas you've got, because we like the stock. Whereas you've got guys like Ken Griffin testifying in front of Congress with 8 or 9 attorneys in the fucking room, but not us. We're all here, one person alone in our room, because we like the stock, we love the stocks, and we want to make a lot of money off it. God bless. So we're not alone. We're all here together, right here, right now, in this play, until the mother of all short squeezes. Holy shit, dude. Thank you for your donation. I didn't know that they were enabled, and I didn't know that somebody could donate that much. Thank you very much, everybody. Ryan, Rancher. Please don't donate much money. Like I said, 25% of all of it is going to go to charity, but I don't want your money. I appreciate the hell out of it. 50% of it will go to the channel. The other 25% will go to my kids' college fund that's being invested in AMC and GameStop. And the other 25% is going to go straight to the charity that I told you guys about. I haven't decided which one, but it is going to be a non-for-profit charity that directly benefits veterans and homeless veterans. But thank you. Testa says, when I drink alone, I prefer to be by myself. I hear you, man, but you ain't by yourself as long as you're in this stream right now. That's for sure. Or as long as you're in this play, we're all Ape Nation together. There's no Ape Nation without every single one of us. Baco asks, is 10K even good to sell at? Brother, I don't even know. I don't even know, man. I honestly feel that both these stocks could run way higher than 10K. But sure, 10K might be good to sell for a lot of people, but it's not good enough for me. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My sell number is when that share price looks like a fucking phone number. That's when I'm going to sell. When that share price looks like a phone number, then I'm going to sell. And if it's GameStop, an international fucking phone number with the prefix. Rancher, I'm glad to hear that, brother. Thank you very much. I don't want to charge any ape any money, but if you're willing to donate, like I said, that's why I decided to put some of it, the majority of it towards the channel, and then another 25% of it towards a charitable donation, because I don't personally, thank God, I am blessed, and I don't personally need the money. But at the same time, I've got to try to do my best. That if I am going to do this, to entertain and educate at the same time, because I've realized that a lot of people like education, but the majority of people like to be entertained. So we can entertain while we educate. Hey, maybe Mr. Rogers was onto something, you know? I'm not saying I'm Mr. Rogers or anything as good a man as he ever was, but maybe he's onto something. Thank you, Randolph. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. Jesus Christ, Anomaly. Good Lord. Rancher, thank you guys. You guys are too sweet. Thank you. You know what? I did notice. Oh my God. Anomaly. Thank you guys. I wish I could set a limit on that shit. I don't know how. This is my first time ever doing it. I didn't even know I had it all turned on yet. So thank you, everybody. Cheers to you, Ape Nation. Anomaly sent $99.99 to the channel. God bless you. Full send, brother. This is for the cause. Ape Nation. Love you, brother. Got Rancher said had to do another. Bless myself at X99 and waiting to hit X00 for GME. Laugh my ass off. No sell, no sell. I love it. Randolph, COs, that's good. Thank you very much as well, brother. Appreciate all you guys. Ryan, thank you very much. Appreciate you guys for donating. But again, please take it easy on that, all right? I don't want anybody going too crazy. Rancher says, Mr. Blunts, your friendly neighborhood super smart pothead. Thank you. Too kind. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Treasury balance. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. I thought it was going to be a short stream, but I have a feeling I've got a lot to talk about. And I've got some good guests that I think are going to be, you guys are going to like a lot. I just got to add them to my Discord real quick. You guys are ridiculous. Thank you. Starring Eli says, you not only prepared me and my family, but I've learned enough to span years. Air Force veteran, and I know it's a tough time for us. Much love to you and your family. Got to chop it up one day. Bless. Thank you, Eli. Thank you all for your sacrifice. Thank you, Eli, for your sacrifice, and your family as well. God bless. Mike Pete says, guys like you made me rich. I followed Roaring Kitty before he was famous, paying forward. Mike, you give me too much credit, brother. I'm just here to inform people about things that I've learned over the years and information that I've come across that I don't want to keep to myself, that I think is selfish to keep to myself. That, like I said, that's the whole reason I started on Twitter and YouTube in the first place, because I was just fine with AMC and GameStop making a shitload of money for myself until I started realizing how bad things really were and thought people might need to know about it. So Mike, Eli, thank you both very much. Rancher, Anomaly, Randolph, and Ryan. Appreciate y'all. And everybody else that's here, please, by all means, just because I don't say thank you to you directly does not mean that I don't appreciate every single one of you apes and people for your support and your love and everything. And I see it. I truly do. I see the comments. I see the likes. I see the backup that you guys give me on Reddit when shills are attacking our posts because they're good due diligence. Thank you, everybody. I really do. And on Twitter and everything. Thank you. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. I'm still in a short intermission here because I'm setting up this this Discord real quick to get these guests in here because I'd like to give them a platform to speak on their own, the same way that, you know, Jackson gave to myself and to other people, Houston and Jackson and Jamie from Trade Spotting, Houston Wade and Jackson Hunter. Yeah, Nishant, I'm sorry, man. I know. He says, can we start? Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. 1 minute here. Yeah, he's just a real smart guy. A lot of these people are. Houston Wade. And specifically, I believe he's a teacher and freaking astrophysicist, a smart cat. You know, and even Sam Astro is a young cat, smart kid, knows what he's doing with charts. Good TA. You know, Charlie's vids, Charlie's DD on YouTube. Excellent guy at filings and GME and Solomon Brothers and all sorts of things going on with his channel. Put out a memorial to 9/11. You should really go watch that if you haven't already. It's kind of makes you think twice as to what really happened with 9/11. All right, Nishant, I'm sorry again for the delay. I'm trying to add you guys right now. This stuff is not easy to get this thing set up. Again, it's my first time setting it up, so I apologize for everybody. Like I said, I'm just chilling. As you can see, the thing's named Test, just because I was planning to test the chat, and I didn't expect so many people to jump in. And so thank you, everybody, for doing so. You could be anywhere in the world right now, and we're here together right now, chilling. So appreciate y'all. I hope to be able to give you some sort of good due diligence, at least. But here, I'll give you something here. Yeah, it's my man right here. Apes Must Conquer at ArtLez. My reason why his mother has taken care of Sean for over 30 years. Much love to you, ArtLez and Sean. Hold on 1 second, all right, Nishant? Hold that thought for 1 second, all right, brother? Hold yourself for just 1 second. Let me mute this music a little bit. Hello, Nishant. I can hear you nice and clear, man. Hang on 1 second, all right?
Hello.
Hey, Nishant. I can hear you pretty well, sir. All right.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for calling. I appreciate you. I'm sending in.
Thank you.
I sent in a request to Vishal as well.
Yeah. Vishal is online?
I don't believe so, but I did attempt to send a request. Just
Okay.
to let you know. It's
May
no
I
worries.
call him?
Yes, of course. That would be great.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
I'm not, no rush, man. Go ahead. We're just chilling. No rush. Music's kind of loud. Thank you for the feedback. Let me turn that down a notch. I actually just got it coming out of my speaker at the moment, but I can definitely turn that down. All right, I'm adjusting the music still, so full disclosure, mind your ears. Thank you very much for everybody, Cooper. Appreciate the feedback on the audio. I was struggling to hear Nishant as well. We're working on it. He's making a call right now. Let me just go back in the chat real quick and check on everything here. All right, everybody looks good. Appreciate you. Where's my man?
Vishal is also connected.
Great. Give me 1 second, okay? Pulsar, what's up, buddy? Thanks for coming out. Mike B, thank you guys. Casey, Tim, Bobby, much love. Everybody from around the world. All right. All right, Nishant, mind you, we are live, okay? So please, everything is fine, no worries. Just be careful not to say any sensitive information, okay?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Sure.
Give you a couple more minutes here. Like I said, I'm sorry for the delay. It's my first time ever hosting anybody since I'm new on YouTube. I've not done all this before, so. My friend, I'm gonna go to our messages on Twitter right now and I'm gonna pull it up, okay? So I'm gonna switch over to an intermission screen while I do so.
Saw that thing so beautiful. She just hit my heart, oh. Full force and she got me like. I be like, baby, why you so fine? Gotta make you mine. So hard to find.
What's up, Glizzy, Kelton, Eddie, Kush, Josh, Megan? Thanks for coming out, everybody. And again, thank you to everybody for your donation. You don't have to do that. Again, we will donate 25% of everything to charity, though. And this month's charity is United States Veterans. The exact charity is going to be a not-for-profit. I haven't decided which one yet, but I will post receipts afterwards as well. All right. Take these off here real quick. Hey, Nishant, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Am I pronouncing your name okay?
Sorry?
How do you pronounce your name?
Nishant.
Okay, great. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't saying it funny.
No, nothing.
Great, thanks, buddy. All right. And how do I pronounce your friend's name here properly?
Vishal.
Vishal. Vishal, can you hear us?
Vishal.
Vishal. Can you hear us all right there?
I think he has accepted your friend request.
Okay, cool.
Taking sounds and all this shit that you don't have the ability to make.
So probably, is this voice audible to you?
Hang on one second, okay?
Yeah.
His voice is not audible to me, no. Myers, yes, I am using Interactive Brokers, and I like it very much. Rancher, thank you very much, buddy. Thank you very much for the chat, the super chat. Absent ask, what's up with the GME float increasing glitch that's taking over the super stonks thread? Yeah, that's a crazy glitch. You guys need to check this out. We need to rename this thread because look at this fire we've got about Evergrande right here. We've got some fire. Hey guys. Alright, I can turn these tunes down, no problem. Thanks for the heads up. I'm going to turn it down here when we're going to get started talking in a minute anyway.
Narcissistic world, I think I actually have a chance of meeting him and maybe playing drums on one track of his next album. That's the lofty area my ego lives in.
Alright, let's get that out of here for now. Thank you, Rancher. Appreciate y'all. You know what? We should try some shit. Let's see. Let's start, first of all. Gotta switch up the name here on this fucking thing. So I'll let the music keep rolling for another minute longer before we...
Maybe guitar.
Because I do need to change the name on this, otherwise everyone's gonna think this is just some random test. Because of the way it's posted on YouTube.
Doesn't that make you feel good to watch somebody attempt something and then completely fail? And then you get that warm feeling in your chest where you're like, see, that's what happens when you try. That's what happens when you go after your dreams. I knew I was right by choosing this job that was safe rather than fulfilling. Isn't that what you do? Fucking cunts.
Fucking love it. We know how to change the damn name using OBS Streamlabs. I have no idea what the hell. Where the hell
Marcel?
is that?
Marcel, I think you need to call Vishal.
Okay, let me try that. Let's see if I can add him.
Yeah.
I got an idea here. I think we've got to make a chat or join a chat here. And I see Vishal right there. I'll try calling him. Hello, Vishal, can you hear me? All right, great. All right, great, man. Sorry about that. Just had some music going in the background. I'm probably going to have to add you guys both to a... I don't think we can add a three-way call. So I'm going to have to like make a little group here real quick and add you guys to it, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Fine, go ahead.
Is that all right? Can I make a quick group, add you guys to it?
Okay, yeah.
All right, great. I'm creating one real quick right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm sending you the invite as we speak. Invite sent. Oh, sorry, I sent to the wrong person, but yeah, we'll invite him as well. Okay, so we've got Vishal, Bora, and Nishant Mashwari.
Yeah.
Great. Hang on one second while I get Nishant in here as well. We go invite. Fuck it. Let's send out Francisco. Let's send out Charlie an invite. Let's send out AMC Bigums an invite. Jackson Hunter. Who else we got on here? Let's send everybody an invite. Wet Dirt Kurt. Let's invite everybody that knows their stuff. And Vishal, once you connect, there's a voice room, okay? A general voice chat room. You can join up in there. Hey, Nishant. Nishant, can you hear me okay? Yo, buddy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. I just sent you an invite, okay? The only way we can all talk together at the same time is if we like join a group. So I sent you an invite to Boss Blunt's server. Please join that, and there's a voice channel in there where we can all discuss at the same time.
I think we can connect with another person.
I would like to
this
try. I
app
just
allows
wasn't
you-
able to. Do you know how? Maybe you could walk me through it.
Yeah. Has Vishal also accepted your friend request?
Yes, and we just spoke on I just Discord called, and it looks like he's in the server
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Do you think you'd be able to join the chat like that as well?
Yes.
Okay, that'd
I
be
think
great
so.
if you could do that. And then in there's a voice channel called General. Come on over there, okay? I just brand new server. I just sent you the invite.
No, wait a minute. Here also we can connect.
Okay, we can do that too.
Hmm.
Turn this music down. Keep going. Thank you very much. Appreciate you for your insights, guys. Jenny, good to see you. Glizzy, appreciate you. All my mods, you guys are fantastic. I can't believe I've actually got mods. It seems so weird. Thank you for your help. Celadon, where's my money? Marcel, where's my millions and billions and trillions?
You know what? I'm painting with a broad brush here, people. I'm just saying.
Big Shaq, been there. Katsu, Amber, thank you all for coming. Yeah, Amber, you know, business should be chill. Businesses should be talked about in a chill way because why do you have to be uptight, you know, because you want to make money? You don't have to be. You know, like, hey, I enjoyed golf. That doesn't mean I want to be one of those, you know, hoity-toity golfers at the club, you know, who's too good to have a fucking Miller Lite or a Corona. And same goes for business. You got to keep a level-headed mindset and think logically at all times and keep emotion out of it. Emotion has no place in business. Emotion has no place in the stock market. Period. That's why people struggle to see 10,000 a share or 100,000 a share. A lot of people do. Because they can't manage the idea of having that much money or the possibility of dealing with the thought of imagining themselves with it and it not coming to fruition. That's a sad mindset. Now, does anybody in the world know how to change the name of this stupid live stream? I can't do it in Streamlabs. I think I'm just going to go to YouTube directly and see if it'll let me do it in there. Hope it doesn't crash things. All right, joining in here in the general chat. There we go. I'll invite them. Invite. Okay, you guys, I just sent you an invite over here to the group, to the general chat. It's a voice channel. Perfect. We've got Vishal joining us now. And we'll have Nishant joining us shortly. Wow, we got 175 people in here. Wow, thank you all for being here. I'm sorry it took us so long. I'm just editing a description. Let's name it Evergrande Bank. The imminent default and massive transfer of real estate to the Chinese government. I like it. Evergrande Bank, the imminent default and massive transfer of real estate to the Chinese government. Holy shit. Is that really going to happen? Save that name. Perfect. Let me double check on Bashant, see how we're doing over here on the Discord server. Where is the Discord server? What the fuck did I do with it? I wonder if I can use my camera in Streamlabs and over there. No, probably not. Yo, can you guys hear me over here in Discord?
Yes, sir.
Great. All right, we got Francisco too. This is fantastic.
I was just passing by. How you doing?
Hang on one second. You guys are golden.
Hello.
What's up, Francisco? Is that you? I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, Nisha.
Hear me?
Oh, I should told him to stay here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you pretty good, brother. How are you?
Okay. I was about to go to sleep, man.
Hey, I've got some. You got a few minutes, man? I've got some guys in here, Nishant and Vishal,
sure.
and they got an incredible due diligence, man. And I'm actually really happy you're here. If you guys who don't know Francisco, he is an economist. He's got a master's degree. This is what he does for a living. So to have this man here and have his opinion is fantastic, and I believe. So thanks for being here. You know, I understand that it's late, so if you can stay for a little while, I'd appreciate it.
Hi, Francisco.
What's the...
Yeah.
Hi, man. What's the DD?
Yeah, hi.
Hey, we've got Francisco, Nishant, and Vishal all here. To everybody. All right. And I'd like to run this by you guys right now because he's got this fantastic due diligence about Evergrande Bank. And knowing everything that you know about the
You should-
economy and the Evergrande Bank situation, I'd really like you to check it out.
Yeah, sure. You should add Finn watching this one too, because he's
Oh, that's a
like
great
all
idea.
into that, and also with them. He's been watching the Evergrande thing like
You're
from the
right.
bottom.
Finn has been all over it.
Hmm.
Let me invite him right now. Thank you, brother.
He's all into Evergrande thing.
Excellent. Let's see where we're at here. Here it is. And Nishant and Vishal have a new blog called The Fellow Investor. And I was on there reading what the heck they were talking about. And these guys are onto it. They know exactly what's happening with Evergrande, I believe. And from what we were discussing on the last live stream and video, I think that it's a really great due diligence. It's a global event update they put on their on their due diligence blog. And again, it's on thefellowinvestor.in. They posted it on September 10th, just a few days ago, and it's regarding the issue with Evergrande and their potential defaults, and what it actually means for the people of China and for the people in America and worldwide. The UK, Japan, everywhere. We were just talking in the live chat where everybody's from, and I know we've got a very diverse group of apes and people around the world that are going to be affected by this. So, Nishant, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, if that's okay, as long as I'm not putting you on the spot? Nishant, go first.
Myself, Nishant
sure.
Maheshwari, and I'm chartered accountant by profession, having my office in India,
You're an accountant?
basically in Delhi, the
Great.
city. Chartered accountant. It's
Chartered
like
accountant, excellent.
CPA in US. It's equivalent to CPA in USA or certain ICMI type of a course.
Excellent.
Which we do here, and we deal in taxation matters as well as different accounting standards and all other things. And besides that, I usually follow macroeconomics and basically it is my passion now for last 2 years. And based on that, we can easily understand the financial matters due to my profession.
Wow.
That's all
Okay.
what I can about.
That's excellent, man. I'm so thank you so much for your time and for writing this as well. We appreciate it as Ape Nation. I think everybody else watching this is going to once they understand what's going on. Vishal, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I am working as a startup firm. I am started a new firm, and macroeconomics is basically one of my passion, and because of that, I joined with Nishant, and we started this blog 2 years back, around the start of the global meltdown that happened in March 2020 after the pandemic. This is about me, and this is about the blog that we are on.
Okay, excellent, man. Thank you so much. Again, also I appreciate. Thank you for being here and for taking your time out of your day to speak with us and for writing this, because this took a lot of due diligence. Would you guys, which one of you guys would like to take the first portion of it here regarding the global markets and the fiscal issues and the central bank?
Basically, I think we should start from the perspective of how these issues have arisen. Basically, how this has happened. So the center point of the economy, or what you can say that epic center. Basically, what is the epic center of such problems?
You're absolutely right, and I think that a lot of it has to do with bank over leveraging. What do you think?
Basically, since 1976, China has completely shifted its focus from being underdeveloped nation to emerging nation, then the fastest developing nation. I mean, how they have added all the manufacturing capacity, which contributed to the best level. The credit growth was at a rapid pace since 1989. And till 2008, the manufacturing share of China has increased to double-digit figure, like more than 10%. And at present, they are holding like 19% of the global manufacturing facility. That the share is
19%
almost about
of the global
19%.
manufacturing facility.
Yes.
Wow. That's
Basically,
pretty huge.
all the part of manufacturing is being held by China. And what they did was that the fast clearances. Within 15 days, you can set up your whole unit in China, and you can get all approvals within those 15 days. And that's the amazing part. And further, the economies of scale and the production capacity which they caters to the world is at the lowest cost. But there is a certain limit. After 2008, the facility has expanded like a elephant size facility.
Oh yeah.
The real value GDP was at the maximum level. So what was the new problem for them? The credit has been expanded. There is a certain limit where the credit can be expanded to the production facility. So there is a certain limit to the gross value addition in the economy.
Absolutely right.
So what they did in 2000 was they floated certain special purpose vehicle in China, and basically that special purpose vehicle, like what you say, Cinda, Huarong, COAMC, China Great Wall, they were all actively involved as a special purpose vehicle where they can contribute towards those businesses.
Okay.
But later on, they were converted as an AMC. They were incorporated as AMC, but later on, they were converted as an AMC. And post 2008, they started buying those dead assets in their books. Basically, that this AMC business is all about buying those distressed assets. So these are all state-owned AMCs, and right now, till 2020, the onshore and offshore, offshore foreign bonds, they are holding around $200 billion liability.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me slow you down right there.
And
Let me slow you down right there. Right. You are on point with everything that you're saying, but we're going a little quick. Let me slow it down a little bit. Okay. And then we can get right back into this. It's for those who aren't aware, the situation that's going on with Evergrande has a lot to do with their bond sliding lately. All of their investments, they've been downgraded in their credit rating to CCC minus, which is pretty much almost an imminent default status. And they have a huge amount of real estate and stock holdings all around China and around the world.
yes,
So this is a huge player in the financial markets. And as you can see, their
correct.
stock dropped 10% on Thursday, and it's at its lowest point that it's been since July 8th. It's at a really, really low point here.
Steve, basically, Evergrande is like a puppet. Okay. So one thing needs to be burst, and it was in the form of Evergrande. But there are various real estate developers who are into this line, that like China Fortune. They have already defaulted in January. Okay. And similarly, Rice Sun, it is also another group. Vanco, it is also another group in Hong Kong, which is holding one of the largest liabilities. So there are many in line. Only thing is that it should spread like a malignant disease. That is, the cells should multiply. That bad assets should not be there.
All right, hang on one second, okay? We're lagging a little bit. Let's give it one moment to catch up. While we do, right here, I noticed that you said that China has 74.7% of their real estate as a household wealth, compared to the United States, only 27.9. Exactly. So do you think that these bonds, based on your thesis here, have an Evergrande potential default? Do you think that it will negatively affect the people of China, and a lot more so than it would affect the people in America, if something like were that to happen to here to a local bank? And what do you think the implications of this are?
See, basically from 2008, now you need to add on to your GDP. What you can do is to develop your real estate and do transactions in lands and flats, basically the properties, and based on that you can increase your GDP size along with the consumption side. When you have expanded this facility to the greatest level, that is rise in the development of the real estate, you are supporting your more than 67 industries like steel, cement, chemicals, and various other facilities, furniture. So all these will contribute to your gross value addition in your own country. But like every roses, what I wrote in the article, like every roses, there are thorns attached to every rose. There is a limit. The size of that real estate have expanded to $52 trillion in 2019, as per Morgan Stanley.
Wow.
So, which is more than that size of the bonds in US and double the size of stock market in
Double the
US.
size of the stock market.
And
Absolutely right.
if that same speed will continue, they will surpass the global stock market capital size. And that too is a notional value. It is not a realistic value.
Right. It's a notional, unrealized value, so we don't really know how bad it's going to be, is what my friend here is trying to say. Thank you, Nishant. What's up, Vishal? Please chime in, brother.
Uh, yeah, let me add into this. You have to understand how the China model has been built in the past decade. When I visited in 2011 to China for a few days, I had met with a few people, and especially some mayors, and they have this land model wherein they, sell parcels of land, and they also have their own targets to meet the GDP. So, land forms an internal, a very important part of their business model, or should I say, the economy. And as you see, as we have written in the article, what is happening is one land parcel is being developed by the builder. He gets the loan from the bank, and the same flats which are sold by the builder is also getting loan from the same bank for the selling to the consumer. So there is a dual financing issue that is happening. And now, what is the other problems that Evergrande has is it has developed a lot of projects. Means it has more than 800 projects that are going ongoing currently, and all those projects are outside the major cities, which are seeing the rise in the prices. So these kind of properties will not see the same kind of increase in the prices, but they are now sitting with the buyers who are basically buying the second or third or fourth houses. In China, household wealth has been appreciating for past 2 decades. So any person who has been born and brought up during this period feels that housing is a safe asset or a safe haven for them, and
Okay.
hence
Hold on. So
investing in
you're saying that
houses is considered.
so you're saying that their housing market is going to take a serious hit and it's not going to recover as well or as fast as other housing markets. Am I understanding that correctly?
Let me come to that later on. But
Okay.
what I am saying is, housing is a part of a wealth effect created in China,
Yes. I
and
see.
everybody who has seen it happen over the past 2 years has only seen it appreciate. The reason of appreciation is because it has been, should I say, a pigeonhole effect, that because somebody has developed, or say somebody has seen his wealth shoot up over the past 2 years, you start following him. So you start buying a house on leverage, and you add to that and buy the third house and fourth house, and that's what we saw in the US housing market as well
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you
in
for explaining that.
2008.
Yeah, that's a great point. Wow. Yeah, so even like and so people in China are holding like 3 to 4 houses a family as part of their investments, right? Instead of keeping it in the stock market or in the bank. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge. So a potential housing bubble
And
over there is definitely going
one
to have
thing
some
I want
issues
to add.
worldwide.
Hmm. Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. One thing I want to add about this industry. Basically, in the initial years of this housing market, the rental yields were more than 10% in China, right?
Rental fees?
And now the
Yeah.
same has been converted to 2%.
Wow.
That is drastically they have reduced. And further, adding that salt to the wound, the
You mean add
vacancy
salt to the wound?
rates, yeah, the vacancy rate in the housing market have soared like anything. It's like a it's like increasing like a rocket now.
Really? The vacancy rate.
48% in urban city.
Hold
Yeah.
on. I know you have that in here.
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah, correct.
50 million apartments?
Hmm.
In 2018, they had 50 million vacant apartments in China, and
Yeah,
21% were
correct.
in cities. And the number's just
The
increasing.
government
There's
was,
65 million now?
yeah.
Holy shit. So
I
China's
just
housing
guessed
market's been
yesterday some.
overinflated for a very long time.
Yeah,
You want me
and that's why
to
people
talk about?
people were scared that Chinese will default, Chinese will default. But there is
I
a
see.
certain point of time when the stretch is like a rubber band, which has been stretched to the maximum level. Now it is an
Okay.
uncontrollable situation in China.
Gotcha.
Let me talk about all of this.
Please do. Because this is some interesting
Yeah.
information. We could talk about any which way. Look at this. The size is reaching. They got $4 trillion in outstanding personal mortgage debt. That's huge. I don't know how it is in
Let
China,
me
but that's double
let
what
me
Americans
let
have in their
me
bank accounts.
let me go back to history.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, as many of you know, after '08, the crisis of '08 basically reached other markets, as we know, especially Europe. It was hit bad, like really bad. Uh, Asia instead it slowed down. As you many of you know, China was growing at a beast pace, like 10%, 8% per year.
Yeah.
And the GDP, yeah, was increasing like 8%, 9%, whatever it was. Uh, and they were accumulating resources like beast. And what happened is that they were doing a lot of quantitative easing. So they were inflating
China
every
was?
sector through the quantity. Quantitative easing.
Wow. Okay.
The
Gotcha.
Central Bank of China does a lot of quantitative easing.
Mm-hmm.
So the issue with quantitative easing is that it doesn't fix your problem. It just give you more liquidity so you keep your bubble with air. That's all it is. And basically what they have been doing is it's that they have been pumping money like the United States, pumping money, increasing GDP, but not real GDP, but nominal GDP. And they have so what happens when you raise nominal GDP and not real GDP? Basically you're misallocating resources. Like you guys are seeing, you're buying houses that they're practically empty. Nobody lives there, right? So that's misallocation. And basically
So
they
they're
have
not.
just
Sorry. Go
been
ahead.
they have been increasing the houses supply because labor provides jobs. So, but at the moment is you have all those houses stock. You only are increasing the supply, the prices will eventually go down because you have an excess of houses. And the problem is that you have been giving credit to everybody, like the United States, like they have been giving credit to every fucking person.
Yeah. Yeah, they have. They're loaning out
So
money left and
no,
right, huh?
it's like no one's gets everybody gets approval, and that's a big problem because what happened is that as you many know, Lehman Brothers, they were, I think it was the second biggest bank with Goldman Sachs, or at least it was one of the biggest investment banking.
Mm-hmm.
And Goldman Sachs, no, what I mean, Evergrande, I think is the second largest bank in China. So obviously, from a macro perspective, it's a big financial shock. Like if you miss if your if your second bank, nationwide bank, fails, the whole system can collapse from any macro perspective. Now
And
the
we've got
thing is,
multiple different economies right now on the precipice of this change, don't we?
wait. So what happened is the Lehman Brothers, right?
Yeah.
We had a bigger effect on the market
Yes, it did.
because Lehman Brothers, uh, they made business with Europeans and Asian markets. China, like the Evergrande, right? They only hold like 20% of U.S. bonds. So it doesn't matter if they fail; they're not gonna reach our markets because their proportion of U.S. bonds are basically it's minimum,
I see.
right?
I see. Okay.
So
That's
that's
better.
why you haven't that's why you haven't seen that shock in the market, in the US market. in contrast, when Lehman Brothers fell, the whole recession was felt in Europe. You know what I mean? It's because
Absolutely.
the proportion is not the same. So that's why we haven't seen the effect of the Evergrande in the American markets, not even in the Europeans,
Not
because
yet.
Europeans and Americans are not investing in China.
Good. Okay. Okay.
That that's what I'm trying.
What do you think about their real estate issues
No,
with
no, the real estate is collapsing. The real estate is collapsing. If your second national biggest bank fails, that's a big external shock. Like the whole system can collapse, especially if you have that big amount of defaults, right? Because we are arguing that those mortgages are defaulting, right? If the bank defaults, the mortgages default too, right? You're having a big collapse in the society, and not even that's the problem with China. China was growing too quick and growing on a nominal GDP basis. They were not growing on a real GDP basis. So you see all those 10%, that's basically pumping money like a monopoly.
I see. I
Yeah.
see.
So
You know what?
so
Yeah,
you're
like right
not
here, Nishant. I appreciate all you guys. This is such valuable information. Uh, your guys' blog says the China's housing bubble currently reflects the one the U.S. was looking at in 2005 to 2008. You know, where $900 billion a year was being pumped into the real estate market, and you're absolutely right. You know, in China they invested 1.4 trillion into housing, so that's a huge increase for these banks. Do you
See,
guys think it has to do with them not being
after
able to
Yeah,
figure out where to put their money?
uh,
Do you think it has anything to do with kind of along with not using the bond market?
Marcel, I would like to add in here. There's a difference between what happened in the Lehman scenario and what might happen here. In Lehman scenario, there was a problem of excessive leverage, and here there's a problem of collateral. Those are going to be two different scenarios that will be we will have to see how the what the future holds. In Lehman scenario, the case was that they had a 70x times the leverage, and here what we are having is mostly the collateral has been I think so the collateral will be lost very easily. So there will be a case of default, and there will be contagion, yes, but it will not spread outside of China.
Okay, okay. Sucks for the Chinese. Jeez. But it's kind of
no,
reflective
and
of people
also
around the world and the Chinese stock market and American stock markets and real estate markets both being overvalued, yet still all the way on opposite ends of the world, huh?
yeah, no, and another thing people haven't mentioned, China accumulate too much savings. They were floating in money. They didn't know what to do with that money, right? And they start lending it out by US dollars. They were not lending yuans, they were lending US dollars. And the money that was left over in the country, they were like crazy not knowing what to invest in. And now you see malls. They have created several malls, houses, hotels, and everything is empty,
Yeah.
and it's like
Wow.
they
So,
have just been pumping money into the economy to create labor jobs, right, buildings, and you're like where is the people here? It's like a phantom city, a ghost city.
wow.
And that's
You're
an
not
issue
kidding.
because it's
You
yeah.
ain't lying. I'm
And
looking it
now
up right now.
and you're seeing it right now.
Oh,
So
good.
what happens right now with
They
the
filled.
US market?
Hmm.
The US market's in a different position. The US market, it's over leveraged, but in a different situation. They have an excess supply of houses. We have a short supply of houses, right?
Yeah.
It means we don't have houses available in America for selling. In China, they basically have an excess. So we have two different type of bubbles here, and the thing is in America, uh like I was telling with Fin Watchdog, we were talking about it, and most of these banks, they I don't know if you saw my thread on well, yeah, I tag you. I think
Yeah.
I tag you. Basically, the Fed says the because of the eviction moratorium and the mortgage moratorium, we did not default on the mortgages, but we basically, because of the mortgage moratorium, we were able to hold then default rates at 2%, 3%. It was increasing slowly, but then the moratorium came in for the mortgages, and it basically saved people from defaulting. But then the moratorium is removing this month, and you have all these people getting evicted. Unemployment benefits are getting suspended, and it's gonna be. I feel like the rates are gonna be as high because COVID has not gone. Is not gone yet, and we see the rates for what was it? Yeah, the delinquency rates, right, are basically higher, are equally or higher than the ones from '08. So we have basically a second '08, but built in as different, has a different setup, but both had the same rates. It was the moratorium eviction and the mortgage eviction that did not allow it to be a OA scenario. But right now like I said, we have 6 million in a risk of getting evicted right now in the next month or month and a half. We
Yep.
have 7 million Americans with their unemployment benefits suspended this month, and the mortgage moratorium ends September 30, and Biden is not going to extend it anymore. So
So the chances
that
of being an
default,
American that's not affected by any of this is very, very slim, is what we're all saying,
yeah,
isn't it? I hate to
yeah,
say
but
that.
here's the thing. This you have all these people that basically are gonna live on the streets. Tenants, landlords are not gonna get paid because they're not gonna get anybody to rent that apartment for, and they will not be able to pay their mortgages. They will lose the house, and then you will have an excessive supply of houses, and that will create a market correction in the market because now you have an excess of yeah, now you have a house supply, a bigger house supply. So that will
Absolutely.
correct the
When you take
housing
away the
prices right
demand, the
now
supply will increase.
because there's no demand. People are
Right.
unemployed. They don't have money to buy the house and or to pay rent. So if they cannot pay rent, the bank will take the house. And if the bank collapses because they don't meet the requirements, like we have been talking, because they're over leveraged, right? They will have to sell the houses for even
Yep.
50% of their price because they need liquidity.
Absolutely right. Hey, Nishant and Vishal, what can you guys tell me about this credit rating drop for Evergrande and China? What does this mean for their real estate market and the global markets?
See, basically, for any bubble or a price mismatch, like prices are very high, one thing is very common. That is your liquidity and the power to hoard the things. If you are able to hoard such things, you will able to increase the price. Just like iron ore, when the valley fiasco has happened, so the iron ore prices skyrocketed. Okay, more than $200. But the same iron ore prices are right now below
Iron ore,
$140.
iron ore prices
Yeah,
skyrocketed to $200, and what are they at now?
about $200.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
and right
Wow.
now it's less than $140. So
How much?
anything
How much is it right now?
less than $140.
140. So it went down from 200 to under 140. So that's like a 40, 35%, 40% correction almost.
Yeah, it's all about 40% correction.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
these these commodities are very important. These commodities are very important for a market like China, because most of these commodities are consumed in this market. Now, a different scenario will arise. Chinese will continue its production of such steel, cement, and many things. But the household market, that housing market, will reduce drastically in China. What
Okay.
will
So what?
happen? It will
Sorry. Go ahead.
increase the supply.
Go ahead.
It will increase the supply of those commodities globally, and one day will come when China will dump all these commodities to other nations in the form of a finished goods like steel, cement, or various other chemicals, because you're not using into in your real estate market. So the when the activities of real estate will stop in China, it will ultimately create a fear of deflationary burst in the near future.
Wow. Okay. So it looks
Uh,
like right here what we're saying is we've got an economist in Central America. We've got professionals and charter accountants and professionals in, New Delhi and in India, and business people and people across America that are seeing the same thing here. And we're all kind of saying the same thing. And we each have an issue with bond markets and real estate markets and stock markets that are extremely overvalued. And to the point where, like you said, Evergrande Bank here, the second largest bank, has $304 billion
Let me correct
in
one
liabilities
thing.
at this point, huh?
Hello.
And
Let me
and they're
correct
on a
one thing. That Evergrande is a real estate developer in
they're a real
China,
estate developer
basically.
in China. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
But, at the same time, they also have, bonds and other loans. They act as a bank in many ways.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
So in case of default, what are these banks and what are these guys going to see? Like, what is this going to see? Like, for example, how will it impact Germany? Like it says here, you guys have Germany exports of more than 10% of its good to China, which is estimated to be around $118 billion. One of the major
Exactly.
pieces of revenue
That
or
too.
machinery for real estate manufacturing, you guys are telling us here, just like we just got done saying. What else can you tell us about this?
Basically, the real estate activity was contributing to Germany's order book. So they were supplying cranes to them.
The
They were
order book, I
supplying
see.
heavy
So it's increasing
machineries
their
to them.
GDP.
Yeah, it was increasing their GDP, and right now they have seen slowdown in their economy. Every economy has seen that slowdown, but still, till before June, it was contributing to their GDP numbers in a very active manner. So it will further create that dent in their GDP, and based on that, we will see certain downward trend at a faster acceleration
Wow.
over there.
Okay,
And
so
mind it that
I see.
they are the strongest economy in Europe.
Really?
So basically, the burden with Germany is to compensate the whole dead European countries.
So even
Like
still,
they have to bail out.
so what you're saying is this real estate issue with Evergrande Bank and their banking sector with China is going to affect the GDP and the debt ceiling in Germany as well and lead to a selling off of bonds. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
So it's going to
It
impact their
can,
stock
it
market
can.
as well in Germany.
It will also affect many other countries like Australia. Or they will not be able to
Tell us
supply
about
those
Australia. You
iron
were telling
ores.
us about iron ores. It's going to affect Australia because they got iron ores and stuff like that. A lot of precious metals.
Yeah. Correct. It will definitely, but it will take some time. But the major impact will be on the banking system of that China.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. Yeah, they
what
have
what
1.1
Vishal
trillion
sir has
dollars.
rightly said. What Vishal sir
What
has
can you tell
rightly
us
said.
about that? What's going on with this 1.1 trillion of debt for China here of U.S. Are those U.S. dollar bonds that they have?
See, basically, China invests surplus money in US Treasury in order to keep their reserves at a highest level. Right now, they are the second largest foreign holder of US debt. So, in order to meet out their liability, there are two
Second
options
largest.
left with China. Either, in case of foreign bond holders, they have to repay in dollar terms. So, what they have the first option to devalue their dollar. Okay, which is
Okay,
again a deflationary step for a
understood.
global economy.
Understood.
And at current scenario, all economies are not in a position because of that debt to GDP level is so high for every economy. They are not in a position to bear that devaluation of yuan. And on the other hand, they have another option. They can sell the US treasuries and meet out the liabilities of $500 million.
You think they're going to sell off the U.S. Treasury, the U.S. Bonds to another country?
Not, yeah, it can happen to, they can sell those bonds to money market managers in US who are looking for that short-term treasury also.
Wow,
So
that's a great point. That's a
it all
great point, man.
depends.
I
It
had
all
not even thought
it all
about that.
depends.
Thank you very much for bringing that to our attention. That absolutely right. If they want to, China can sell off these, 1.1 trillion dollars of bonds that they have over the United States. They can sell it to anybody that they
Yeah.
fucking want.
And the best part about United States, USA is that they are not in a position to accept much more cash in the system
Sure.
because of the
No.
reducing TGA account, and
Absolutely. That's
the
why we're seeing such a high
reverse
reverse
repo
repo
is
and the
increasing.
inflation, right? The hyperinflation over
Yeah.
here in the States
Ah,
is real thing, man. People are saying that it's not, but it's a real factor, for those that are
even
struggling
the
with it.
banks have stated their corporate clients not to deposit cash in their books. They are telling them or advising them to deposit those cash with money market managers.
Hmm.
And money market managers are money market funds are into buying those short-term treasuries less than 1 year. So you have seen that rate has skyrocketed like anything because of the demand for those
Wow.
short-term treasuries.
Speaking of treasuries and short-term treasury bills, I would like to announce to everybody that sadly the 3-month treasury bill for the United States is now at 0.04%, which is the lowest we have seen it in quite a little while. Here it was showing as a little uptrend at 0.05 and 0.06, and it is now showing the beginnings of a downtrend. It is at 0.04. So pretty soon I think we're going to be back down to 0.02, and eventually, sadly, we're going to go negative in the United States for the 3-month treasury. It's looking like.
And I would even say I'm not only expecting negative rates. I'm expecting triple B U.S. Treasury bonds at some point.
Triple
If
B, you think they might
if
get
the debt,
downgraded?
yeah, yeah, because if we don't get the debt ceiling agreement, they will get downgraded
Yeah,
because basically they are
Exactly.
absolutely right.
considering.
Absolutely right. And what's
So
going on with
it's
the debt ceiling, right? There's three things especially. There's an infrastructure bill that has got a lot of crypto regulations and other things that are going to take away American freedoms. There's a $3.5 trillion spending package that they're going to argue about as well between Democrats and Republicans, because they're at a huge standoff. And then we've got a government shutdown on October 1st potential as well.
one bad habit we economists have is sometimes we're politicians because it's just a normal. You need to be a politician to be an economist, and an economist to be a politician because you have to defend your thesis on your policies.
See, guys.
And
Go ahead. Sorry.
and basically, I don't feel like the reconciliation bill is something bad. It's pretty good. I mean, it has good ideas. The investment on green stuff is highly returnable.
Yeah.
It has higher yields, but here's the thing. You can pass the reconciliation, the infrastructure, everything you want, but without the debt ceiling, you're stuck.
Absolutely right. If
And
we can't spend any money,
and
and we've already seen that the United
and
States Treasury's got
and
what?
to me, Pelosi has been, and Schumer, both of them. I don't know if they're naive or innocent or they're playing
Oh,
dumb. I really don't know
let's be honest. They're
what they're
pushing this thing. They're telling us and sending out these letters. Yellen's putting out these letters because it's her only way of warning the American people. It's her only way of telling people, look, our country's going to fucking default. And look, we've got the September 9th numbers here. I think they didn't spend any money or very little on September 9th. But the 3 days prior to that, they spent $30 billion a day.
and this is the thing. Janet Yellen wrote them the letter, and not even Yellen knows how much she's gonna collect on those taxes on the 15. She's because you don't know. Given COVID, company has been also profiting less. Not necessarily they're gonna profit or they're gonna give the same as previous years. So we don't. She doesn't even. She's not even sure how much she's collecting
Oh no,
for the
absolutely
quarter.
not. Absolutely not. And we've already seen what
And
else? That they're taking back money from
and
the economic recovery program. Here's $74
yeah,
billion that they took back because they're broke.
so imagine she only gets, I don't know, 100 billion. Fuck, that only buys her 2 more days or 3 more days because
Right.
the government is spending 30 billions daily. So it's not really it's not changing anything.
Right.
And so what would be the best scenario? The best scenario would be that we default in September with the government expenditures. Why? Because if we default on September, and I'm talking this in behalf of AMC, right? If the bank defaults in this month, all these bonds, they become basically triple B, because Moody's in charge of downgrading it, because he considers those bonds basically will get busted if the government can cover them,
Absolutely right.
cover for them.
They won't be able to fucking
So
pay it.
if,
And what are they doing to
so
try to
bas-
do this? What are they doing? They're not paying Medicare. They're not paying their
Yeah.
hospitals and their doctors. They're not paying for your prescription drugs. Okay, they're not paying for Social Security. All right, they're taking
and
money
here
back
comes-
from emergency services from the Economic Recovery Program. They took back $74.5 billion this month.
Yeah, and here's the thing. They also have to pay on the 15 the child's credit thing.
Child
So
tax
they have
credit
been,
payments. Yep.
yeah,
Look at how
so
little
they have
they're
a
paying. Very, very little for Social Security
Yeah.
benefits payments. They're only paid $57 million, where usually they're on track to spending around $40 billion a month, $43 billion
Yeah.
a month. So they've
And-
severely cut that to whoever they can stop paying is not getting paid anymore. So that's why your
Yeah,
tax
and-
returns are late. That's why you haven't gotten your tax
and one
money,
more-
guys. Sorry to say, guys and
Yeah.
gals.
Yeah, it's brutal. And one more thing, if we
Yes.
get the government to default, Treasury to default before the first, banks basically they will face the 1 trillion margin requirement. And here's the thing, most of these banks, and that's something FinWatch found. Basically, they
Watchdog on
hold.
Twitter.
Yeah, he basically found out the banks hold between 10 to 50% in U.S. Treasury bonds, meaning because we know U.S. Treasury bonds are like double A's, right?
That's right.
So if they get downgraded, they become duck shit in front of the face of the
right.
Fed. So they have to cover for 10 to 50% in cash. I don't know where they're gonna get cash in case the deficit, if in case the bonds they become they get downgraded. I don't know where they're gonna get cash, and here's the thing.
No, we don't know where
like,
they're going to get cash because they can't get enough cash.
Exactly, they
We've
can.
seen that.
And here's the thing. You remember the super senior synthetic CDOs? If bank failed, they have
Yes,
to
hold
pay
on.
back
Slow down there,
investor
guys.
100%.
Slow down there. Francisco, for those of you that don't know, think of it this way. A CDO is a collateralized debt obligation. It's a form of derivative that has been being abused since before 2008. The super senior synthetic is literally what it is. You know how there's a senior in high school? Well, this isn't just a senior note. This thing's been rolled over and pushed around so many times that they had to rename it a super senior synthetic collateralized debt obligation. You can't even fucking put all those words on one hand. It's a SSSCDO. That's how many times it's been rolled over. Please continue, Francisco, about these things.
So basically, what the super senior synthetic CDO is, you have 100 layers of a CDO, right? And what the bank says is, look, I'm Goldman Sachs, and I tell you, Francisco, don't invest 100 million. I borrow you 92 millions, right? And you use 8 million from your pocket, so your investment is 100 million using 92 that I borrow you. So your mortgage payments will be lower because I will give you a lower interest rate, so you can make 5% per year or 3% per year, whatever the return you get. So you only get 100% back on your investment if the bond fails between layer 15 and 100. But if all banks go busted because they don't meet the margin requirement, right, and the debt ceiling is stuck, so that means they don't have collateral, all these bonds they get busted and they have to pay 100% back to all these people. So when you see all those repos, it's that money from those super synthetic CDOs. They have been doing this since 2013.
Absolutely, brother. You're right. Hey, going back to your...
Sorry, it's a bomb. It's a bomb.
It is a con. It is a con. For those that don't understand, these super senior synthetics have been pushed over for a reason, because they can't fucking close them out. That's how we got to these fucking gigantic numbers that we're seeing in bank derivatives, $190 trillion globally, which is 5 times the entire world's gross domestic product, 5 times the world's GDP combined.
Probably you saw about one because I shared it to you.
Brother.
Wells Fargo, she was saying the 250 million in fines is too large to manage. Of course it's too large because you don't have money.
Yep. Let's take a look at this. They spend $500 billion a month. They spend $500 billion a month. They spent $502 billion in July, and right around $500 billion in August, and they've only got $200 billion left. What the fuck are they
Imagine,
gonna
boss
do?
blunt.
Not a damn thing.
Imagine if they have to pay for. Imagine if they have to cover for 10 to 50% of their books in U.S. Treasury bonds, plus the 1 trillion margin requirement.
Yeah, yeah. All these banks now have a $1
They're
trillion
not gonna make
margin
it.
requirement as beginning of October 1st. That's going to be
Yeah,
fantastic.
they're not gonna make it.
Hey,
They're not gonna
Nishant and
make it.
Vishal, not sorry to cut you off, Francisco.
Yeah.
I need you guys to tell me. So, what can you recap here about Evergrande? Because we know that it's going to impact the world. We know that it's going to impact China and the people's wealth in China, because 74% of all of the people in China, that's where they. I'm sorry, 74% of the household wealth in China is held as a form of investment by the people. So this is where they've got a lot of their funds, and most people have 3 to 4 houses per family. And you might say to yourself, oh wow, like lucky for them. But no, because that's what they've invested their whole life and their generation before them to be able to get that and have those 3 or 4 homes. And this is all that they have, and instead of whereas you have investments in your 401k, your pension, and the stock market, and you're diversified, because we have 28% approximately of our real estate as investors in real estate in America, whereas China, that's almost 75%. So they're not really diversified there. So being that Evergrande is so, and those people are so overly, over leveraged on these real estate and the bubble that's occurring, and the whole, $304 billion, and then their rating downgrade, the impact on Germany and Australia. What is your conclusion, and what are we going to be seeing towards the future here with Evergrande, with how that's actually going to progress throughout the system? What do you think might happen? What do you think the Chinese government's going to do with it, and how is it going to impact the world in the future, in the near future?
Marcel, I would like to add to what Francesco was saying about the global economy
Please
first,
do.
and I will then come to what the China is doing right now.
Please do.
Yeah, see, we never recovered from the 2000. We never recovered from the 2008
No,
debt
we did
bubble.
not recover from
Let's
08. That's
call it
right.
whatever it was. It was a
No, we are in the
we never
remanence.
recovered.
We haven't recovered. We're in the remanence.
Yeah, what we did was put band-aids. We have done QE1, QE2, QE3. The Western powers went about doing the financialization of the economy, and the the Chinese economy was basically driving the real economy. So the China was creating debt to support this global economy through the real production of goods and services, while the US went about financializing the whole world, or managing the flows of the liquidity. And we had these interruptions in 2015 when China devalued, then again in 2016, 2018, and when the end of the monetary policy in 2020, we also had this pandemic, which created the need for a fiscal policy as well. Now we are seeing the effects of fiscal policy also wane. So there is not much left in terms of monetary policy. There's very little left in terms of fiscal policy. Now, what China is thinking about is, if the consumer of the world gets into a position where he cannot demand more, what is going to be the impact on the manufacturing of China? How does China strengthen its consumers and remove it from the addiction of real estate? Because the moment they are so leveraged in the housing that they don't have any disposable income to consume the goods and services they are producing in the country. So this whole idea or the concept of deleveraging in the Chinese economy is coming from that. They have tried it numerous times to get the consumer their products and services or become like US citizens how they are consuming, but it's not happening. And therefore you are seeing all the kind of hammers happening on the digital economy, all the kind of deleveraging that is happening right now. It's going to be painful. It's going to take a lot of time, and I doubt China, which is having 300% debt to GDP ratio, can easily do it. That's going to be a very big challenge for them.
Wow.
So that is where I think.
So China's inflating the GDP.
China's
inflating the GDP through fake notional hypervaluation of real estate. So is America.
That's what the premium has.
Absolutely right. You're on point, guys.
That we have an inflated growth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I think China's gonna do? They're gonna nationalize the bank. You wanna bet?
That's possible.
This is the
They're
United
gonna do
States.
Very
that
much
because
possible
It's the
because
United
it's a
States. They're
communist
going to
country.
nationalize the bank. You
They
think?
can do whatever they want.
no, I mean it's not bad if they nationalize a company. It's not a bad thing. That's a misconcept people have. Government,
Okay.
it's fine if a government takes over a company and nationalize it and then sell it. I mean, they did it in Iceland. They nationalized the banks after the bankruptcy. In Sweden, they did the same, and then they sell it back to the market. Even the German government did it to save Lufthansa. The Lufthansa
Yes, they
Airlines.
did.
It's not a
Sure, they
bad
did.
thing to nationalize
Mhm.
if you later reorganize the company, put it back on place, and then sell it back to the private market. It's not a bad thing.
See, it's in
The
simple
government's
terms.
supposed to be the last resort.
In simple terms, what Vishal is saying is that China wants to increase that velocity of money. Basically, the rotation should be within the country rather than depending on the foreign countries for their
Yes.
exports, and based on
So
that
they
they
want to
earn the revenue.
localize. They want to.
So
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
all the household expend. Yeah, yeah.
Hold on one second. We lost you.
No, 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 not
Okay.
not.
Yo, you still there?
Kelly. They want to increase that velocity of money. Right now, globally, velocity of money is at all-time low. So, without increasing that rotation of money, which is in the household, there is no other avenue left through which you can increase that velocity of money. Credit creation through banking system has its own limitation. So, at present scenario, after having more than 320% of the debt to GDP size, it's the right time for China
I
to
see.
hammer or crack down various industries in order to reduce those wealth effect. But I don't know how right these Chinese calculations are
Yeah, right.
in terms of this 320% of debt to GDP figure or various other credit figure. So I don't know the whole in the system. But what I know is the direction which Chinese are doing is extremely painful, but it will be good in the future because when other economies will get burst, China has the appetite to absorb all the currency inflow in their own country. And it might be possible that Shanghai can become the world's financial capital in the near
Shanghai.
future.
Shanghai could become the world's financial capital. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. So maybe that's why a lot of people, and
Yes, they
including the
have
United
they have
States,
that appetite.
maybe that's why the United States is fighting this recession so bad, huh? I don't know.
I don't
Just
think
tinfoil
so,
hat.
but I mean, I don't share the same theory,
I'm
but
just wondering.
okay.
It's not a theory. I'm just wondering. That's interesting stuff. Like the whole
No, no, no.
concept
I'm saying
about
I don't
Shanghai.
think that not it. Nah, I don't think the UK or the United States gonna let London and New York lose their hegemony in the financial market. I really doubt it. That's
Those are
Till the
both
just
end
great
of the
points.
decade, it can be possible.
Those are both great
Till
points.
the end
it's
of the decade, it can be possible.
It's possible,
it's
sure. Was it likely? Probably not, because it would probably create a world war. But what are we seeing right now with China backing Afghanistan over what? What ore? Probably lithium. China's probably backing Afghanistan right
Yeah,
now in the Taliban
lithium
over
and
lithium,
battery, they have
and
copper
America's
mines.
backing out of it because we don't have the money because our fucking treasury is in a debt ceiling crisis. Why do you think the American government was so tinfoil hat was in such a rush to get out of Afghanistan? I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking.
Marcel, both the countries, US and the China, are basically at at a significant debt problem. They both have significant debt issues. The question is, how do you approach to reduce it? That is the difference between the two countries. The US is not trying to reduce the debt; they are just trying to increase the nominal GDP and try to reduce the purchasing power, so that the nominal GDP will keep increasing, but the value of the debt goes on down, decreasing.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah. Like, and they don't care how high the numbers get on the back end. For example, on the
Yeah.
liabilities or the notional losses, because
Even the unfunded liabilities are twice the GDP numbers.
right,
It's a complete joke right now.
the GDPs are overinflated,
Yeah, we
the derivatives losses are understated, And, they claim that they're the
See,
notional amount of total futures exchange traded options, over-the-counter options, forwards, and swaps. And that means dark pools. That means futures contracts. That means ETFs. That means all sorts of credit default swaps, super senior synthetic collateralized debt obligations, every single acronym you can name. Brazilian depository receipts,
every 5 years they
BDRs.
introduce a new product.
Absolutely.
That is a synthetic product. So excess of
Absolutely.
leverage of debt and derivative is creating a massive problem globally now. It's a big concern. Once the margin calls get triggered, everything will fall like a pack of cards.
Like I don't give dates to anybody about MOASS because I'm not a guru. I don't predict things, but to me, things are over this month and early next month. We either fall in default, whatever it is. It's either this month or the fall of the one upcoming that the United States will fall completely from its economy, and every single sector will be bleeding.
Take a look at what we were just talking about a little earlier. You guys were mentioning the the price of precious metals in billions of dollars, the actual notional amounts of precious metals contracts by maturity. All right, and a lot of these have been increasing, so their assets, our precious metals, are increasing to the point where, as of 2021, gold, and precious metals were at 6260, whereas in 10 years prior we were looking at maybe a third of that. Yeah, literally 1/3. So their assets are only increasing by about 33%, but their liabilities are increasing in the hundreds of percent over a 10-year period. And we can see that they're pushing it through where? Dark pools. For example, all of Forex almost is entirely traded in dark pools, right? We've seen that before. Precious metals, the precious metals we were just talking about, all the CDOs, half of the credit default swaps, and some places like Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley, all of them are trading on dark pools. So we know what the fuck they're doing to manipulate these prices and keep them down, and to trade these swaps without anybody knowing the true value of them and the true value of the losses, which we've seen directly from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, is a massive loss just for the top American banks of about $190 trillion in notional unrealized derivatives losses. So, yeah, we've had an interesting conversation here about all these banks in general. And I would just like to thank you guys for all the great points that you bring up, because it looks like the Chinese economy and Evergrande, as well as their real estate market, kind of in conjunction with the American stock markets and real estate markets, are also going to hurt. So we're all in for some rough times here. And I think especially with the daily Treasury statement coming out on September 9th of the government only having $207 billion, that's why we need a countdown. We need a countdown on this thing, a little timer at the top to kind of discuss what the hell's going to go on, because they said, Janet Yellen is claiming that we're going to run out of money in October. But if we've only got $200 billion and we're spending an average of $500 billion a month, I don't see that happening.
She's expecting a high tax revenue, but I doubt it. Company has been
From
slowing
who?
down.
High tax revenue from who? Look, we just looked at the BIA report, right? I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. I'm sorry about that.
No,
You're right.
no. I'm
She's expecting
saying
a high
that's
tax
what
revenue,
she's
right?
expecting. That's what she's expecting, but it's not necessarily the case. Companies, they don't have supply, and they're basically not meeting
not just
their
companies.
revenue.
Well, she's not going to get it from companies because our GDP and our production, our imports and
No,
exports
I'm
are
saying
down, right?
corporations.
So
I mean
manufacturers,
corporations.
domestic, are all down. And
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
all
I meant
missing workers.
corporations.
We're all low on employees. We saw the video that you know what's going on with supply chain. Some of you saw the video I posted a couple days ago about supply chain issues. And you know, it's very real. And look, personal savings for Americans was down by over $2 trillion. So it's down 51%. So are they going to get tax revenue from Americans? No, we got no tax revenue to pay them. We're losing money, not making more.
Not us, corporations, but I doubt it. The revenue is gonna be high.
Yeah, I don't know. The revenue should be high for corporations, sure, but where are they taking that money? Offshore. We know that already, right?
No. I mean, I think she will be lucky if she collects at least 200 billion
She'll be
from
lucky if she
corporate.
gets 200 billion. Yeah, and that'll get them to October. But we'll see what happens. We'll see
Yeah,
what
I mean,
happens.
but our expectations are high, I guess.
I don't think our expectations are high. I think we're just trying to be realistic, man. And I don't know. I just find it being a very
No, I'm
rough road
saying
to
fair.
October. And what happens, guys? What happens when the stock market collapses? Well, what happens when the stock market corrects heavily? What happens to banks? What can you guys tell me about that?
Banks, they will be forced to liquidate. If market collapses because they're forced to liquidate.
Right. Absolutely right. And so, what happens when a bank gets liquidated when they're short on a position like AMC or GameStop, or even Tesla or Apple? Any
They
company.
have to sell everything so they can meet collateral.
And why will they do that instead of using NSCC 010?
No idea. I think they have to all agree. All the members have to agree to use the insurance for the market. But I believe in the last case scenario to avoid a further collapse. I think they're gonna use the insurance as a last resort.
That's possible. That's possible. You know what about the insurance, man? Is I think that they pushed NSCC 010 back. And I think they did it on purpose. I think that it was pushed back by the SEC, the DTCC, and the NSCC. These
Yeah, they don't want to be
regulators
back
got
home.
together and decided that they don't want to be holding a bag of hedge fund, garbage that they're left with when all the other hedge funds or banks decide to sell off in a fire sale, and it just leaves them with a portion of it. Because they would have, in order for the government to pull that off, they would have to take all the bonds from all the companies and all the funds and all these swaps from them and buy them from them all at once, and then decide how fast and how to sell them off.
In the
And they can't
market,
fucking do that. They know that they don't have the capability to do
I don't
that or the
know,
manpower.
Boss I don't know, Marcel. I don't know if you invest in crypto. I'm not sure if you do, but crypto is going down, bro.
I know.
I mean, the whole
but
market.
hang on. Hold that thought. Why is crypto going down and AMC and GameStop are going up? It's been consistent always. It's been
Yeah,
consistent
but
always.
here's the thing. Because basically, has Bitcoin goes down, AMC goes up. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I checked Dogecoin because we know many people from the AMC and GME community are in Dogecoin,
Yep.
and I precisely decided to do the check out with the timeline, with the round ups and everything. And starting March, we're basically in an inverse cycle with Dogecoin, meaning they're waiting for retailers to push up the price of Dogecoin, and whenever AMC has the run up, they sell Dogecoin so they meet collateral.
Sure, all these crypto, not just Dogecoin, but yes,
No,
I
but I'm
agree with
saying
what you're saying. It's a good
they're
example.
They're
Absolutely.
using retailers.
Absolutely.
They're using retailers with Dogecoin.
Mm-hmm. No, you're totally right, man. You're totally right. Well, I think it's been fantastic so far. And thank you. I want to thank you, Nishant and Vishal, for coming on and explaining this all to us. I'm starting to see that Evergrande chart looks a lot like, if you guys didn't notice, the Evergrande chart and the SPX chart are looking very similar lately on the short term compared to their long term.
I told you about the SPF 500.
It's kind of sketchy.
I'm waiting for the market crash in 1987.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I encourage everybody to do their own due diligence on all these factors. As Nishant and Vishal have shown us, Evergrande and China are holding a huge part of America's debt, America's bonds, as well. And they've also got a lot of their own, the Chinese people have a lot of their own personal mortgage debt, as well as 65 million empty units in China, according to the China Household Finance Survey. And that's just based off a survey. I wonder what the real numbers are. Their vacancy rate was, 48.2%. 39.4%. Sorry. 39.4% vacancy rate. That's very high. Yeah. So to see an economic collapse in China in real estate and an economic collapse in the United States in real estate, it is both going to affect the people worldwide. But sadly, it's going to be the little people that hurt the most, while a lot of money transfers from the higher powers, it seems, overall.
But what at least China is looking for is the real natural resources which can add on the value to them.
Absolutely.
They are into Africa also. Now
Do you
they
think
will
that's
be
why
into Afghanistan.
China backs Afghanistan or Taliban in certain ways? Let's see.
Yeah.
This was
They will be looking
August.
for that copper mine They will be looking for that lithium
Let's see
ion
what this
battery
is here.
resources. So it's a blessing in disguise for them to support Taliban.
I don't know what Atlantic Council is exactly. I don't know if this is.
Possible. I'm gonna say bye to everybody.
Yeah, buddy, we're going to be heading out here shortly. So thank you for coming, Francisco. Everybody follow Francisco on YouTube.
It's been a pleasure. Bye.
Thank you very much for coming. All right, here we go.
Yeah, thanks, boss. Just a normal disclaimer. This whatever discussion is our own firm opinion, and should not be taken as a financial advice.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming on here and discussing this, man. I don't know what's going to happen next.
These
I don't
are
think
our
anybody's
personal views.
Go ahead. Go ahead, please. If you guys have any parting words, I would more than love to hear it, because I think everybody, deserves to, or should thank you for speaking with us in this regard. And I know I want to say thank you guys for being here with us and discussing this important topic.
Thanks,
We are also
Marcel, for
coming
the
with a part
opportunity.
2 also.
Let me hear the part 2. You guys are going to
Yeah,
have a
we are
little due
coming with
diligence
the
on your
part
blog?
2. Yeah, we will be coming
Great.
within a week possibly about what is really the motive and what is going on behind. I mean, what is the thinking, which we think is the thinking of the Chinese government,
That's perfect.
or how they want to.
Yeah, you
navigate
guys
it.
need to come out with this next due diligence piece, because we definitely need to hear more about this. It's going to be related to the macro side, you said, to the bonds and what else?
It's more related to China.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, we need to hear it, man. So please put it out there. Again, everybody, please follow Nishant, and thank you very much for coming. We can take some questions if anybody has any. If you guys have a couple of minutes, if not, I understand.
Yeah. There is actually shortage of time. We need to go now.
Understandable, my friend. Understandable. I'll keep showing people your blog, and we're going to share it with everybody. You guys can check them out at thefellowinvestor.in. They have a recent article posted a couple days ago about the Evergrande bank situation, and you should really check it out. I posted links up in the YouTube, and I'll put them up on Twitter as well. So thanks a lot, guys, for coming.
Yeah.
You guys have a great evening.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Marcel.
Oh.
Sweet. That was solid. I can't believe the information that these guys have. It is quite good. Due diligence. Go check it out. I know they've got some links to their references below, but I don't want to get into each little piece of reference that they had. So let me see here. I can answer you guys' questions. I would like to say thank you again for any donations. You don't have to donate. Please don't. But if you do, 25% of it is going to go directly to a charity. And for this month, it's going to be a charity that benefits United States veterans, a nonprofit organization. Give me 1 second here while I just switch over. doing Q&A if anybody wants to. Just chilling. Jenny, thank you very much again. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you everybody for being here with us tonight. It's been a long stream, so thanks for hanging in there. For all of you that hung in there, we started streaming 109 minutes ago. To all you apes that are out there, I'm gonna keep holding. How much from Weeble? How much can you withdraw from Fidelity? I'm sorry, I don't know this answer. How much you can withdraw from a certain account or from like a certain company. Jenny, thank you very much. Eli asks, they raise the debt ceiling, the hedge funds will just dig themselves deeper, right? Yeah, Eli, they probably will just dig themselves deeper until something else comes along, but who knows what'll happen. Jenny says, yes, I love that. Maybe check out Operation Underground Railroad for next month. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to definitely check them out. Josh asks, what do I think the chances of them raising the debt ceiling? I don't think they're very good at all, man. There's the $3.5 trillion spending package. There's the debt ceiling issue itself. The Republicans and Democrats agreeing on this is just very unlikely. And bipartisan agreement from the Democrats is also very unlikely. Then you've got the infrastructure bill is just kind of a mess, even though it's already been passed in the House, I believe it's already been passed. It doesn't mean anything at this point. They haven't even started talking about it, and they won't start talking until about the 20th. And they won't start discussing the debt ceiling until Friday, I believe. I'm pretty sure I was doing some due diligence and I saw that they're not able to discuss the debt ceiling until Thursday the 23rd or Friday the 24th. I'm pretty sure. So I'm fairly positive about that because the 20th they're going to start talking about the infrastructure right away. Sauce, thank you guys for your support. Aaron, Marathon, Elka, everybody, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Yeah, it is getting late. Arthur, thank you very much for coming out. Let's see, what do we got here as far as questions go? Sorry if I missed your question. My apologies.
Studying with this Chrome extension, but no, by all means. Go ahead, skip the ad, save a few seconds.
I have to do a lot of...
Fuck, drop my cigarette. Put that out. Who needs more beer? More beer? More liquor? I'll take some. But yeah, check out Charlie's vids. For those of you who don't know, the GME float is out of control.
Okay, so I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but I looked today and I saw yet again the float from Yahoo changed for GME. I checked AMC too for the last few days, and AMC has remained the same. I've also checked a few other stocks as well, just to see if any other stock was doing this. And a lot of you probably already know this, but courtesy of Screech Power 4, using his screenshots that he took, I actually didn't take the screenshots, so using these for reference here, you can see that the float as of right now is 248.48 million. While it's just a glitch, it seems, it's weird that it continues to update daily.
Look at this float, guys.
This was, yesterday, 124.61 million.
Look at the float for
and
GameStop.
The short percentage of the float,
but it's only supposed to be 79 million.
Seems to remain the same on each picture at that 17.05%.
he's going pretty quickly, but
Yeah, so
all these float. That
despite
one
the
says
float changing,
249.5 million
the
float.
percentage is staying the same, and the percentage of the shares outstanding are staying the same. So I'm not sure what's going on there, and it seems to only be Yahoo. If anyone else finds a source other than Yahoo that's doing this, let me know, because FinViz is not doing this. Fintel's not doing it, so it seems to only be Yahoo. So interesting stuff.
Why
If
is
you
Yahoo
do the
showing
math,
this shit?
and
Look, here he
if
does.
you
Math.
use
Who wants
the
math?
short percent float that they're saying based off the float they're saying. If you use the float number for today, which is 249.51, that's a modest 42 million shares short, which makes a lot more sense. But I don't know, likely just a glitch. Just pointing that out. But this is believable. But considering it's just Yahoo, I would imagine this is just a glitch. So we'll have to see. I don't think this is indicating a split or anything like that. That would be a pretty large split there. But hey, you never know. Let's wait and find out. That'll be a good one.
Cool. That's awesome, man. That's fantastic. I think you guys should be pumped for that. Because I know I am. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but that's how I feel right now. That's how I feel right now. Oh, man. These filings are fantastic. And everything going on with NSCC 010, guys, it's not a bad thing that it got pushed back. It's not a bad thing at all. It had to be. Okay. There's a lot of misinformation out there, unfortunately. I don't know if you guys can read it, but this is basically saying that the NSCC 010 regulations were pushed back till... What are we looking at here? Oh, is this a different one? Excuse me. Yeah, no. That's a different one, but NSC, that's DTC. See, I didn't even see that at the top there. My bad. Here's 010, and it was delayed 45 days till November 10th. That's fine. That's not a bad thing. I promise you. It's basically the pawn shop rule. So instead of the government getting caught with getting left holding a bag full of garbage assets, while all the other hedge funds and bonds, or hedge funds and market makers and banks sell off, they're going to put that off until after the mother of all short squeezes, in my opinion. It's a good thing, because otherwise it would drag the economy and the American taxpayer down. Because who has to pay when the government loses money? We do, Americans. So it's a good thing that it was pushed back. Right. Cheers, Ape Nation. I'm gonna be fucking rich. All right, I'm gonna take a couple more questions. If anybody's got some, drop them in the chat. I'll try to answer them as quick as I can. Saladon asks, do you know any good, reliable, reputable gold merchants? No, I don't know any good, reliable, reputable gold merchants. That's an interesting question though, bro. I gotta say. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Grammarly helps you work more.
Nah, fuck them. I don't want to hear that. Sorry. It's my playlist, guys. You just get to enjoy it too. Whether you like it or not, sorry. Paulo asks, is GME gonna moon also? Man, I think they're both gonna fucking moon. And our economy is gonna tank, and our stock market's gonna tank, and our real estate market's gonna tank. And anybody who tells you otherwise is either not informed enough or very optimistic to the point where they don't want to learn certain things, I feel. JGS, yeah, I'm just taking a couple questions and then we're going to peace out and let everybody enjoy their night. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. If you're working, thanks for being here. Appreciate your support, all of you, Ape Nation, and everybody around the world. We had people in here from New Delhi. We had talking as guests about the issues in Evergrande and the economic effects and worldwide stock market effects in Germany, the United States, Australia, Japan, and all sorts of other places. So it's definitely been an interesting night. Life Park, thank you very much. Appreciate you, everybody, and everybody who donated. Thank you very much. Technician, man, I'm sorry if I didn't see this earlier, but I want to thank you for your donation. 25% of it is going to charity. This month, it's going to a United States Veterans nonprofit organization. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, no, there's no glitch. There's no glitch. Just a wonderful Bloomberg terminal. A wonderful Bloomberg terminal that costs $25,000 a month, yet always seems to break, huh? Or is always glitching, supposedly. Nah, it's not happening. It's not happening. Read it for yourself. Because I already gave that thing a fucking green button. There we go. See? MF-BRA, Brazilian Depository Receipts, 41,100 puts. Mutual Fund BRA, Brazilian Depository Receipts, 3,800 puts. And each one of these is worth 100 because each put contract is indicative of a 100 shares. So every one of these is times 100. And this is also times 100 because you have to buy back not 41,100 if they have to close out this position. JGP Global, okay, JGP Strategy Master Fund, they have 41,100 puts in GameStop. That's proof right here. And that expired 6/18/21. So was that in the past? Yeah, probably. Did they close it out? Probably not. Again, you got to multiply that times 100 because that's how many shares they're going to have to buy back just to close out this position. And when banks lose liquidity, what happens to those banks? When banks don't have liquidity, they get margin called. Yeah. Banks get margin called, guys. And that equals mother of all short squeezes. And issues like this in my lifetime are what I've seen happens in 2013 debt ceiling crisis, 2011 debt ceiling crisis, the 2008 real estate market crash, the 2000 dot-com bubble. I lived it. Some of you did, some of you didn't. But just think about what happened then and think about what the fuck the signs were. Cheers, everybody. We're gonna be fucking rich. Gary Gensler, where's my fucking money? Have a great night. Appreciate you. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Enjoy your week. It's going to be a hot one for AMC and GameStop the whole week of September. Let's see here. The whole week of September 13th through the 17th. I'm going to make a lot of money, and I hope you all make a lot of money on AMC and GameStop as well. I sure as fuck will. I'll be buying the dips, and I'll be buying and selling some contracts probably as well. Calls, baby. Love them. So, all right. And lastly, please don't buy anything that's fucking going to expire soon unless you completely want to lose your money, because that's a really stupid thing to do. At least that's what an investor friend told me, and my non-financial advice thinks is a good idea. That's not financial advice, that's just my opinion. Not a glitch, guys. Not a fucking glitch. That's 410,000 shares that they got to buy back right there. And that's 3,800. That's 38,000 shares that they got to buy right there. Oh, my bad. Sorry, guys. I must have had quite a few drinks because I realized just now that that's 4.11 million. That's why I decided to use a calculator. I was feeling so much wrong with my calculations. So, yeah, there we are. What a wonderful fucking day we've had. It's been a fun time hanging with you. Thank you, everybody, for being here, for your support. And I don't know, you tell me, you think our economy is going to collapse? We got $200 billion left in the fucking Treasury. And they spent $500 billion in July, $500 billion in August. And now we've got hurricanes that just hit and FEMA spending. Great. FEMA. Sorry, America. I really am. I'll leave you on that note.
Hiding underneath
Peace.
all these forms that you see as you look around. So far, so good. But the truth is funnier than that. It is that you are looking right at the brilliant light now.
Lastly, a credit union. Credit union is you got to make sure they're FDIC insured. So keep that in mind, all right?
Exactly the same thing as it. There's no difference at all. And when you find that out, you laugh yourself silly. That's the great discovery. In other words, when you really start to see things, and you look at an old paper cup, and you go into the nature of what it is to see, what vision is, or what smell is, or what...
Peace and love, Abe Nation.
You realize that that vision of the paper cup is the brilliant light of the cosmos.
Before I go, Foot Killman, I would like to say thank you very much, and I appreciate you. Ape Nation appreciates you. Money will go to a good cause, my friend. Thank you.